Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Summit 2020, Future in Focus. Now, before we lean into the future of legal reform, I think it's important to get some perspective by taking a quick look back. When you look back at the last 7 months, there is no doubt that the legal reform movement has shown great resilience. We adapted, we retooled, and we did it at very fundamental levels. Case in point is how quickly we came together as a community to press for liability protections against COVID-19 lawsuits. Over 30 states have enacted or implemented a variety of legal reforms, and the issue has become front and center in Congress as policymakers negotiate a fourth economic relief bill. Perhaps most important is the awakening across this country over concerns about unwarranted lawsuits. It didn't matter if you were a small business owner or university administrator. These concerns were coming from almost every angle imaginable. And they were coming from both sides of the political aisle. We have the momentum, we have the public support, but our work is far from finished. So when we try to put the future in focus, one question looms large. What does litigation look like in a post-pandemic world? If COVID-19 is an earthquake, how big is the litigation aftershock? We've certainly identified immediate litigation threats that policymakers are addressing, like exposure and product liability claims, but what else is out there on the horizon? And what's enforcement and the landscape in enforcement going to look like in the future? Will we return to an era of huge fines and penalties that are disproportionate to the underlying conduct? And will there be more local actors like cities and counties getting into the enforcement mix with the help of the plaintiff's bar? We have some of the best and brightest minds to help us explore these and other questions today. We even honored some of these folks last night. Carrie Silverman of Shook Hardy won the Research and Policy Award. Seth Lamont, Alita Cass, accepted the Outstanding Organization Award on behalf of the New Jersey Civil Justice Institute. And of course, Lisa Ricard, my friend and mentor, and ILR's president for the last 17 years, won a well-deserved Legal Reform Champion Award. People like them, people like you, are going to carry the civil justice movement forward. So our hope today is to spark 1,000 conversations and new ideas. So thank you again for joining us virtually and lending your eyes, your ears, and your voices. And finally, we want to give a special thanks to our sponsors, Skadden Arps, Aiken Gump, Mayor Brown, Shook Hardy, Fathom, and Holland and Knight. Not only do these sponsors support what we do, they also provide critical thought leadership and research to the legal reform community. And now, without further ado, let's get this show on the road.